Yeah, well, far as teams wise, them boys Justice League, they've just got some of the most craziest, stupidest music, and anytime we make a soulful beat or something like that, going into that live atmosphere, we're always thinking, does it live up to a Justice League beat? Does it hit as hard as them? Is it as dynamic as them? Because these are people that are setting the bar, and these are people, producers, that when A&Rs or artists, when they're going to hear your stuff, they're going to compare my beat to that beat, or to that to that level. So yeah, man, definitely the Justice League.
Workflow wise, I think the Neptunes, how even though they've had an evolution from being two people being front and center to kind of Chad being super in the background, and then Pharrell kind of taking more of the reins, but the way Pharrell is kind of like the inspiration of someone can do, make it from scratch, and then Chad will come in and move things around, like, okay, let me clean this up, dust this thing off, move this here, and then Pharrell comes back on and say, let me do. Like their workflow situation and how two creative minds can make something unique yet so them. We definitely looked up to the Neptunes, and because they made bangers, like, how long have the Neptunes and Pharrell been making music? I mean, since Rex and Effects, Rumption.
And real talk, the majority of solo producers aren't solo.
Right.
Oh, let's hear more about that.
I mean, a lot of times, it might be one person getting the credit on an album, but best believe there are like keyboard players, there are younger producers who are just hungry enough, just happy enough just to get a little change in their pocket. But I don't really know any producer that is just by themselves. You think about Dr. Dre on the Chronic, he had, if you look at the back, it's like flutes by this such, bass by blah 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 blah. It's like instruments, you know what I'm saying? So many different players. And then for 2001 he had Scott Storch just sprinkling that whole thing playing over there. Kanye had John Bryant, and then several other different people. Like everybody has somebody. Everybody. So it's really, I don't really think it's one person.